Is led, going to be led by Mr. Jack. Jack is a very accomplished senior executive within the FMCG space. His career is 20+ years. And he will introduce himself later. But I personally worked with Jack in the past and during my time in Reckitt, and he's a very, very competent and highly skilled salesperson. So and then his final role, or the role prior to this, was the GM of Petworld. So you all know country manager for Petworld. So super experienced, highly capable, and now he's going to share all his knowledge with all of you. He did tell me that whatever that you're going to get today is actually supposed to be over a 2-day period. So there's a lot of material that you all need to digest. So if you have questions, let me try on paper. Then towards the end, we will open it up for questions. But the idea is to soak as much of Jack's knowledge and capability and whatever he's going to be training us on, especially for people in sales, because today's topic is Mastering Key Account Management Workshop. So I think he's going to teach you guys how to think of things structurally and also how to manage the customers. Okay, cool. So without much further ado, I'll just welcome Jack. Jack, take it over.
Okay. Thank you, Justin. Good morning, everyone. I think you all have not wake up yet. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Still having your coffee, yeah? All right. So, if I ask you, whether managing your customer today is much more difficult than 5 years ago, do you agree into that statement? Who agree to that? Raise your hand. And some of it not agree as well. What happened? What happened in just 5 years? So, but if you ask me truthfully, I've been in this FMCG industry for almost 20 years. So, whether 5 years ago it's much more easier to handle your customer, or now it's much more difficult to handle your customer, I would say that either that is true. So, reason being because the demand of the customer is getting higher, especially as margin squeeze. Okay, so the demand in terms of better sales, looking for more discount, so competitive landscape, the industry, or even the landscape of the business also changing. So 5 years ago, you do not have TikTok as aggressive compared to today. And every now and then, now customer come to you and start to do comparison of prices against the online versus the offline businesses itself. So, but I would tell you 20 years ago is even much difficult. What's the reason? Reason is because there is where the emerging power of retailer back in 20 years ago. So hypermarket was not popular 20 years ago. So if you ask 20 years ago, Tesco is just newly into Malaysia and they are all well-trained buyers. So therefore, to do negotiation is much more difficult compared to today. And the key itself, we are lucky. I am lucky. 20 years ago, the company do spend a lot of money providing trainings and resources to really structure us in terms of how do we manage a key account properly. After 20 years, I noticed not many of trainings available, especially for key account in the market, comparing to 20 years ago. So today, being one of the, just to introduce myself, my name is Jack. I'm the country manager, ex-country manager for Group SEB Malaysia. If you know of the brand called Tefal, so which is under Group SEB. I'm also a GM for Shiseido, a GM for almost 12 years. Before that, I was with Reckitt, where I met Justin. So he's one of my peers during the time, from Unilever as well. So over these 21 years, that taught me a lot, especially in terms of key account management. Today is where I will pass on the knowledge to you all. And what Justin mentioned is true. This whole training module itself, I'm just talking about just one joint business planning is actually supposed to be 1-day training, because there's a lot more element in it in order for you to proper developing a joint business planning with your customer. Therefore, I will request your kind attention, your phones, if it's possible, keep it silent. I know some of you will have order to chase for. So it's better, to just keep it silent for the moment of time. So we will start the workshop. You just have your coffee break. So we will have the workshop alignment, and then we have module 1, 2, 3, and 4 to 5. So normally when I was doing this training of these 5 modules, it would take about 2 days training. But today is a compressed session, so which is 4 hours. I hope you get as much as you can. If you do not really understand, it's okay. What I also provide, so you guys can scan this number. So I will provide a 3-month post-training support. So enabling participants to ask questions and implementing the training modules and addressing their course-related matters. Later on, we will also utilizing the WhatsApp in order for me to pass on some of the workshop material to you all. Possible, please join this WhatsApp group so that I can pass on this element to you. Any questions so far before I proceed to the training? Anyone? Before we start, if it's possible to start introducing yourself to me, because I don't want to address you, hello, no, can you tell me? So at least I can call someone names by his name rather than just say, hey, can you tell me this? It's not polite, correct or not? So therefore, maybe you just introducing yourself. Don't give me, I believe some of you will have long names. Possible, give me a nickname, okay, if you have. If it's not, just a simple name of normally how people call you. It's easier for me to remember your name so that I can address you properly and what you are in charge of at this moment of time, and basically just introduce yourself. Maybe start from you.
Yeah, morning all. I'm Raymond. So I'm in charge of software distributor at
Raymond.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dave. Then I'm in sales team and I'm handling the modern trip.
Dave.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, morning. My name is Daniel. I'm our special projects officer under security.
Again, your name? Daniel.
The special projects officer.
Data analyst.
Yeah.
And your name is?
Keith.
Keith. Daniel, Te, Raymond. Kelvin. Right, great. Xiong, if I know.
I have a mix of tasks. Under some SPO, some of the operation with the partner.
Okay, good.
Also special project and a bit more on
Operation and back-end support. Your name again, sorry. Then Yun-Chi. Okay.
Hi, I'm Shani. So I'm also a special project officer, more towards marketing, and I'm handling a new brand as well.
Special project officer. Normally, what you do on marketing perspective or sales perspective?
Essentially, I'm managing brands.
All right.
Yeah. And there's a very fresh brand right behind you there, the white one.
Provex.
Yeah. So we're trying to manage and get new accounts as well.
Penetrating new accounts. So
Yeah,
basically, you
yes.
do marketing and sales as well. That's why you call special project. Both of you. Yun and Shanice. Okay.
Morning, I'm
Ika.
Business development from export market.
Export to what market?
mainly on the Middle East, Africa, South Asia. And
It's war right now.
yeah, that's the struggle, and also Brunei and a little bit of Thailand.
Okay. So Ika, export.
Morning, I'm Suen from export.
Suen export as well. So which country?
Myanmar, Japan, Korea, Hong Kong.
Wow, you are good. Japan. You go there often?
When necessary.
When necessary. Okay, good. Teen. Okay. Export also. Which country? Asia, Southeast Asia. Oh, China, big market. Okay. Suen, Teen, Ika. So 3 of you is export. Oh, one more behind. Okay, so yeah.
So I'm Chow. I'm a business development for regional sales
Singapore and India. Charles, okay.
Darren, also one of the SBO under research and
SBO. SBO stands for
Special Project Officer.
Special Project Officer. So that is what normally you all do? So is sales also or marketing or everything? Everything. Pao ka liao. One leg cake ah. So they are more on project based rather than like dedicated account and so forth. Okay, so that's why you call it SPO. Special Project SBO. I would thought that SBO is a system that normally I use. I think Justin will know it. All right, so Charles, and your name again, sorry? Darren, Charles Darren, okay. And you are? Okay, so you're also an SBO as well? Special Project. So do you all do selling or everything as well? One leg cake. So meaning that not very specific, wherever they ask you to do anything, you have to do. Wow, that's a good, okay, interesting. So Clement, okay. Clement, Darren, Sue, okay. Sue and Sue, okay. 𝐿𝐴𝐿 Modern Trade for Pet World, under Pet World, okay. Again, your name, sorry, I don't. ED, ED, okay. ED, GTs, no, GT, right? Okay, good. So, all right. So, thank you for introducing yourself. So, we are here. Mastering Key Account Management Workshop. So, what does it mean? Anyone have any idea? Key Account Management, is it easy? Or not like simple set account management or customer management? Is it the same? Okay, I would like to make it more interactive because end of the day, right, you are supposed to have fun and also learning as well. So don't make it, like as if I'm the master here, you are just what I call, people say, learners. So I would like to have a two-way communications. So no right or wrong, but it's crucial if you ask more questions. Because for me, okay, I just give you a principle of mine itself, how I believe in three elements, which I put in a framework. It's called, the first one is called A. What is A to you? Anyway, adaptability. Okay, close, but not there yet. Anyone else? Aspiration? Not really. So for me, the first one is called attitude. Do you believe attitude is very important? The second one, to be successful in whatever you do, whether you are SBO, whether you are GTs, or whether, no matter what work you do, the next second one is called S. What do you call that? Agree, correct. You need to have a skills, correct or not? So if you do not have skills, that makes you no difference compared to anyone else. Do you believe you go into the same college, having the same education, why someone is more better than you, or someone is even less better than you? Average. So the reason why is what skill that you acquire during your time in your career that makes you different from other people. And over time, with the skills that you have, what do you get eventually? Experience. And that translates into care. I call it knowledge. So you learn something. When you apply it and make that skills belong to you, no one can take away from you. Agree or not? Nobody can take away this skill from you. Your title, for example, whether you are a CEO or CMO or no SBO itself, people can take away from you, right? Okay, I'm also an ex-GM. So today, like, I'm nobody. Without a title, who am I? But I still have my skill and my knowledge. No one can take that away from me. So, and these three words combined together is called ask. If you don't dare to ask, Do you gain the knowledge? No. Because wherever you have in you, or wherever doubt you have, no one will answer it because you did not ask it. Something that you want to learn, if you are eager to progress in your career itself, it's critical for you to ask. When you ask, you got the answer. You get informed. You make better decisions. Correct or not? So it's important for us to have a two-way communications. This is my principle when I was just an exec. I'm not straight away come out to work and become a general manager. No. It took me 10 years to build my career from key account executive to general manager. If I can do it, you can too. Agree or not? All right. So you say just now, everyone said 5 years ago it's much more difficult. Why? We have omni-channel integration. What is omni-channel integrations? You have online, O2O. Have you heard of this? Online to offline, offline to online. How many retailers today, they have physical store, which is offline, but they also have online presence? Majority of them. Reason? This is the emerging new consumer group that is, we call it, like Gen MZ, Millennium and Z. Where do they consume information from? From in-store or from the online, your phone, TikTok, Shopee, Lazada, YouTube, Facebook? It's online. And how many percent they spend online compared to they spend it offline? Time, I'm talking about. 70? Or for example, okay, when, what will be your last time going to shopping mall? Yesterday?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, okay. Online.
Delivered to home.
Okay, you see? So that's how convenient today is, because if you own an offline business, you also need to have an online presence to capture the consumer, the shopper needs. You have quick commerce. This is a new term. Anyone know what is quick commerce about? You know Food Panda, you know Grab. Okay, it's a new emerged commerce, which is where you say, oh, I'm out of pet food today. So I want to get it immediately and I'm lazy to get out from my house. What do? You go grab, you order your pet food and it delivered to you immediately. Agree? Same day, maybe few hours. That's what we call quick commerce. Is it growing, this business? Is it important for you to take into a look into this business as well? Yeah. So margin inflations. What is margin inflations? That's where your buyer come and ask you, to squeeze you. I need 5 more percent, 5 more discount. What do you do when they do that? Huh? No budget, then give me 8%. Right. No budget is not the right answer, just for information. So, what do? When your buyer comes to you, I need to increase your back-end support by 3%. Do anyone face this before? Oh, you want a 1 container order for what? Middle East? Okay, I need 12% more. What?
Okay.
Yes. What do? Okay lah, I give you lah, no problem. Be friend ma. Negotiate first. How do you negotiate? But that's what do you? Oh, you give me 10 container, I give you 12 lah. Oh. Wrong answer, huh? So okay, why? Why do you think that retailer keep on squeezing you off? Yeah, Chris, right? If I'm not mistaken. All right. Hi, welcome. So why do retailer come and squeeze you? There must be a reason why they do that, right? Agree? Increase of cost. What cost that they increase? Overhead cost. Competition among retailers. Yep. But their business declining, does it have something to do with you? The shopper don't want to go to shop there, what I do? Who handle the store group here? The store. No one. Do you all know what is the store group? Heard of the store group? Okay, those there is, I mean, some years back, like people would say 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐿. Okay, I don't know whether you all still know that name, the store group. Or you still have this store, but anyone of you in maybe this year have visited the store group before? No. Reason? It's not appealing to you, correct or not? So their business drop, does it have something to do with you? The margin squeeze, most probably because of what you say is very correct, which is their cost inflation. Electricity, rental, manpower. 2 years ago, government implement minimum wages. Do you agree? They need more labor, correct or not? To operate one hypermarket, how many people that you require to operate or a supermarket? So all that involves cost. So when cost rises, what will they do? They squeeze supply. Simple ma. That's the fastest thing they do, right? Then retailer consolidations. Okay, what is the latest news? I think happening in March. Okay, Lotus buy over who? Village Grocer. Does it have impact to you all? Yes or no? Why you say this future is not yet? The two things is critical for you to take notes of is the trading terms. Agree or not? Trading term with Lotus, comparing trading term to Village Grocer, is it going to be the same? Which one is higher? Lotus is higher. So when they get note of this information, what would they do? They will come and squeeze you again. That's one. Second, they are growing bigger. So what happened? Bargaining power, is it going to be bigger? Same, right? They can bargain with you. So you want this, you give me this first. Agree? Okay, you might not see the effect, but okay, rather than waiting for it to happen, you have to get prepared to do it. Agree? All right, supposedly today, it's meant for Pet World. Okay, when I negotiated with 𝐿𝐼𝐺𝐻, she told me it's Pet World, but I don't know that some of you is from different divisions altogether, some which is SBO for different businesses itself. So rather than going into this retailer portfolio match itself, who want to know how good is your key account management? Anyone want to check what is your level of key account? You want to know? How about you all? You want to know what is your level of key account management? Everyone, right? Okay. So you all have this. Have you all scanned into this? I will pass you a link. There is going to be a questionnaire in the link. Do it now, if possible. Any one of you have Google's or Google account, Gmail account? Everyone have Gmail account? Okay, good. Let me forward to you. You all receive it in your phone? Yeah. Click on the link. You will open up the, what you call, in your phones. There will be few questions asked to you. And this is basically a global FMCG standard in terms of how, oh, someone just scanned, is it? Someone just scanned, I just forward again, or else you will not have the link. Okay. It's very fast. Maybe it takes you 5 minutes to answer it. Don't worry, I will not have your record. This one, no database. Just answer truthfully. Some of you will, my boss is going to look at it, like, can I answer it differently? So just If you want to know your level, just click in and check what's your level. All know your level, right? Okay. So how do this global level look into itself? Basically, yeah. If you have not finished, you can finish later also can. So FMCG key account maturity, we call it maturity levels framework. So there's 5 levels, level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Today, our goal, no matter what level you are, if you are in level 5 today, it's okay. You are here to listen, to kind of understand the business. If you are in level 1, no problem. So our ideas today is actually how to move you to level 3. So anyone is in level 1? How many of you are in level 1? No? 2 of you? It's okay. Anyone in level 2? Your result is level 1. So anyone in level 2? Anyone in level 3? Okay. Anyone in level 4? And anyone else in level 5? Oh. I must learn from him. Charles, right? Charles, thank you. You can stand here now. No, just joking. So this indicate to you what level you are, and based on level itself, level 1 is called transactional. Transactional in the layman term for us is we call it order takers. Agree? So buyer asks you, I want 5%, okay, 5%, you give me 1,000 more. That's called order takers. Agree or not? Second level is called account manage. As an account manager, you just manage the account. So what is it? You are dedicated to the specific account. You do annual plan. Okay, your boss asks you to give me a plan that I want to grow 15%. You just put in the number, winning in Excel only. Correct enough? How difficult to put in number is easy. But to really come up with a plan that really grow at 15%, that's difficult. The third one we call, we have a joint business planning with the customer specific growth strategy, and we also have category growth plan to the customer. This is what we want to do today. So we are not here to move you to level 5. Charles is already level 5, so today he's just enjoying himself here. No, just joking, okay? So, but there is something that you can learn from how to develop this. So agree? And before I continue on, I would like to ask you, what is your expectation today? What do you want to get out from this training? Anyone? I also don't know. My boss asked me to come, I come now. Correct? Yes. Trade investment, return of investment. Justifiable. Okay. Trade investment with ROI, return of investment, we call it. Anyone else? What's your expectation? What do you want to get out from this training? You walk out from here, okay, our goal is to reach here, right? When you walk out of this training today, what do you want to achieve? Learn how to do joint business planning. JPP implementation. Anyone else? Negotiate strategically. Okay. Anything else? Anything that you want to work out? It's important because end of the training itself, I will revisit this whether we achieve or not. It's not me. whether you achieve or not of this all these things as well. Anything? One? Charles? Kelvin, anything? Negotiation. Only 3 of these? Suen?
Great value.
Great value. What value?
Because we are in the middle of preparing our budget for next financial year. So this will be the foundation to build the building blocks for everyone.
So you want to create a building block. Okay. Building block for category or building block for business? There's 2 differences. Because businesses, you just plug a number, boss give you 20% increase. You cannot say, I cannot do 20%, give me 10%. Cannot, right? Okay. Huh?
Build the block.
You build the block. What block you want to build? The growth block? The category block? Build for who? Your customer or yourself? Okay, so basically you want to build a business plan for your customer, whole holistic way of it. Very similar JPP. Who is? Anyone else? We call it account segmentation. Is it important or not important? Why? Why do we need to segment our account? I have 10 accounts. Is 10 account going to be equals? No? Middle East, now on war, can I do business with Middle East? No, just joking. So it's not all equal, correct or not? How do you prioritize your account? You have 3 tiers. The first tier we call strategic account. What does it mean? So this is an account with high complexity, direct joint business planning, high data privacy. Tier 2, we call it tactical account. Tier 3, we call it transactional account. How to build this? How to define this customer? Anyone? Or the customer treat me well, then I call it tactical, strategic. Sales contribution. What if your sales contribution is high, but this customer is horrible, and it's not profitable? High revenue with profitable. Okay, here I give you a simple framework. So how do you prioritize your customer? Why is important? Because you're going to spend 70% of your time managing this customer, whereas the 30% of your time is to managing the bottom 2. Agree? Because that is your high value customer. So this is what we call priority models. I think it's not only for this particular, we have 4 quadrants. So this one is low. This one is high. This is low, this is high. Agree? And what is this quadrant make for? This is called impact. Impact to what? Impact to the business. Okay? And this is called difficulty. Agree? What impact means? Anyone? Value. Sales. Correct or not? Money is one of the criteria that how you select this one. Meaning that what is your volume of sales? High impact, KOL. Anything else? High impact. Market share? Market share? Important, right? If the customer contribute 30% of the market share in the market, is it important for you to capture that customer? Important. Market share. So you have KOL, you have money. What else? High impact. Profit. Revenue generation. Meaning that good gross margin customer. Right or not? Some customers, when you trade with them, you make nothing, you lose money. Correct or not? For example, I don't know, Speedmart 99, is it easy to deal? One listing, it costs you how much? Per store? So far. 30 to 50, but like per store, can you get back 30 to 50 or not? Right. Okay, so you get what I mean. So some customer is difficult for you to gain profitability. Not every customer. So it's really depending on the impact in terms of your gross margin as well, or your profit. And then what is this quadrant? Huh? Difficulty, whether it's operations. They don't share you data. You are blind. You don't know what to do with them. So if a customer, even they are good sales, but they don't share you anything, can you plan anything to them? You can't. Correct or not? So because you are operate in a blind, you cannot tell, like how many stock, like I sell off, So is it difficult to do? It's difficult. So you have data over here, correct? You also have your difficulty of what? Buyers. Is it important? Whether your buyer is friend with you or whether your buyer is against you, you come in, okay, you sit one corner first. There's this customer, right? Buyer. So what else? Difficulty. So which one will you focus first? When you have customer, when you have 10 customers, you put that in this quadrant and you put them into each of these quadrants, correct or not? To see what tier they belong to. Am I right? So therefore, like if you have high impact but low operation cost, is it important? Very important. What do you call this? The dream. Olden days we call it cash cow. We milk the cow. Correct or not? This is what my money making machine, right? So they give you high value, like easy, like you walk in already. Oh, today I give you 1,000 carton. Give me 2 containers, please. No need to negotiate. Got this customer or not today? No, right? I wish we have. Okay, so high, we call it cash cow. And what happened to this customer? Low impact and high, very difficult to do. You haven't walked into the customer already shouting from 5 meters away. Ah, you get out! What happened? Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Huh? What do you do? You think what? I'm Pet World, Huh? Come here. Go outside. It's just that you don't focus them that much. You spend 10% of your time or even 5% of your time only. If this one gonna give them 10 times the sales that this person can give you, why spend time with them? Correct. So and what happened is low in impact, low in operation. Do you still want to do this? Easy to handle. They welcome you. Like, you want a coffee or not? You walk in already, you want coffee or not? Have you taken your breakfast? Invite you go to breakfast. But after top 10 hours, right, you get no orders. True? Got customer like this? You talk, no, give me 2 cartons. Got right? But there is also high customer but very difficult to handle. This is very common. Why is very common? Because all this lao jiao is there. Okay, so you walk in already, like, okay, give me 3% back end. Don't talk. You don't get 3%, you get out. Got right? But they are high impact customer. So this is where your tier 1, tier 2. That's where you need to spend your 70% of your time there. This one does not apply only to this. This applies to your work as well. You have 10 jobs to do. This is called parity models. It works in any part of your work. Let's say you have 10 things to do today. Which one is your priority? High impact, level of difficulty. You can apply this as well. Agree? So similarly, when you want to segment your account, it's important to know who is your customer. Agree or not? So now, this is important. The hierarchy of business needs. Simple. When anyone open business, any retailer open business itself, this is what they're looking at the first time. No one open business itself to lose money, correct? And for most of the retailer, what is their needs? This is their primary needs, meaning that when I open door, I want to make money. Then in order to make money, I need to increase my sales. I need to reduce my costs. Fair? Same, right? And how to do increase my sales? I need to gain loyalty from consumer. Agree? I need to drive my efficiency. My one person can do 10% job. King, the SPO. Correct or not? So efficiency. So now we split the team into two. Maybe Chris, you go into this half. From this line onwards, you are group A. Okay? And this one is group B. Okay, not? Over here, group B. Group A, because this is we call strategic drivers. This is what customer wanted, correct? No? So later, let me see. Not break yet. Still have half an hour before we break. So first level, what can you do in order for you to answer your customer strategically? Don't look at the paper, I know the answer is there already. Okay, but in your trading, because Petworld is different, what kind of methodology do you use? Yeah, close the paper if you can. Okay, so that you can remember much easier. What kind of methodology or strategy that you use in order for you to help customer to gain loyalty? Because this is part of the workshop where you need to know how to craft a strategy, correct or not? So if you want to build a business plan but you do not have a strategy, what happens? So the idea is you go to customer, you need to be convincing or influencing to them. You need to have a strategy to apply to them. So any one of these, if you are a buyer, if you hear the terms that they want to hear, what happens? You build your credibility, correct? Okay, you build your trust. And trust is built based on Chris model, which is your credibility, reliability, and your bonding with your customer. Correct or not? We call it intimacy and against her. So you need to build this. Group A, identify at least 10. It's a group practice. I'll pass you the paper. 10 strategy. Strategy, anything you can say. What is strategy? Loyalty, 1. Example, ETLP. Is it a strategy? Everyday low price. It's a strategy, but it costs Petworld money, correct? Is it a good strategy to apply? But it's good for customer. But can it be applied? Yes. Which customer normally do ETLP? Speedmart 99. Because everything is calculated in the back end already. There's nothing you to negotiate anymore. Loyalty. Efficiency, what happened? I send you merchandiser. Correct? Does it help your retailer? I do a permanent block display. So does it help your customer? It does. So can we do this exercise in just 10 minutes? List down 10, each of you. Efficiency is this side. Loyalty is this side. So you just brainstorm and come up with the strategy itself. Any question before we end this? Because it's important for you to have an idea what strategy you can apply before we go into the JPP model. Good? All right. So I pass you the paper and pen so you all can write down. How about EDI? Electronic data. EDI meaning that instead of you go there to order, the order straight away come to your office.
So
including the process of you getting the order. Is it faster for you?
B2B system.
It's a B2B business system. So that drives efficiency, right? For you and also for them as well. 14 days, 5%. So good, you'll give.
Yeah.
Huh? Wow. You know, 14 days, you give 5%. 1 year, you give how much? You get what I mean? Yeah. Okay, you are talking about 12 months, you know.
There was a company called Thompson that gave 5%.
Thompson, the drugs one, supplements, 5% prompt payment. They want cash fast.
Very high. Expert, right? The door-to-door price.
FOB.
FOB, they're door-to-door. Cover everything up to the door.
Oh.
Save all the costs.
Yeah, that's a
One of the good benefits.
your character, your storylines, and all these things. So when you have a story to talk to your buyers itself, you have higher chance of convincing or influencing. Agree? By understanding the strategy itself, any rejection here, I give you this. I already have my weapon ready. Correct or not? I draw up my weapon. What you want? Oh, you want 3%? No, 3%. What if I can give you this one? You got me? So a joint business planning is critical for you to have a strategy. And this strategy is just how to satisfy your customer. Basically, like how to justify in terms of your strategy itself. This is all overall strategy. You have 10 more. And your list can go on and on. Correct or not? Because there's a lot more things you can do on loyalty perspective. This loyalty, you're also talking about how to co-create. Co-create meaning that like we can join doing live selling together. We call co-create. We can also do like pet food. What is closer to pet food? Other brands. You want to sell pet food only, you are own yourself, correct or not? What if I work with other partners that also can benefit pet foods? Collaborations. Okay? Exactly. So if you partner with pet accessories to create a promotion event, does it increase loyalty to the customer? It does. So the list will continue to come on. So, but the key itself to how to identify it, how to classify it as this is to build loyalty, because you know this is what customer want. Right or not? So this is what their needs. If you tell them the language, if you use the language that they are using, so is it easier to convince them? Right? So next move to trade up means that, okay, so you are now selling a 8 kg, what you call, Pro Diets, 8 kg. Is economical, correct? One whole pack, 8 kg, cost you how much, for example? 64 ringgit. But if I change that Pro Diet into a more premium product, I can communicate it as more proteins, protect the fur, more better solution for the shopper. Not the consumer. The cat cannot buy anything, right? So the shopper is the one that you need to convince. So because the shopper won't taste the thing, they don't know whether it's nice or not. Agree or not? It's a pet food. So, but what you like there, I have DHA, EPA, whatever, you can say you upgrade them, selling more expensive product. So when you focus more expensive product, who win? Both sides. Your margin also increases. The retailer margin also increases as well. So meaning that if I can convert 2%, let's say you have total 10% buying the 8 kg packs itself. Okay, I convert 2 of them buy more premium product. So who win? Both win. Because the category value also go up, your margin improve, the retailer margin also improve at the same time. Agree? So that's trade up strategy. But trade up can have many ways. Okay? So for example, you can do bundle sales as well. Bundle sales meaning what? You bundle as higher value. For example, I sell a shampoo. Shampoo penetrations in the market maybe is 98%. Everyone use shampoo, right? But does anyone use conditioner or not? No, penetration maybe 50%. So if I want to trade up consumer to use 2 products, so what I do? I do bundle pack, right? So I bundle pack, I introduce a what I call conditioner to the consumer or the shopper itself. So once they use it, wow, fantastic, my hair look like models. Do you think they will continue to use? They will. So you up trading your customer also. Agree what I mean? That is one of the strategy we call bundling sales as well. All your promotion mechanics that you can think of. Okay, so for example, the top one is price off, the fastest one, correct? Okay, the higher price you get, the higher sales you get. People just stock up. Actually, you are not gaining anything. It's not healthy at all. You just help consumer to stock up only, right? End of the day, do you think you gain anything? Nothing. So that is where the ROI is important for you to justify. Clear with the strategy? Any more question that you want to ask? We need to start shifting our mindset from sales to margin. Sales, the first thing, like everyone here is talking about revenue, correct or not? Because my KPI also revenue, my what I call retailer KPI also revenue. But beside the revenue, they also have the first thing called margin. You ask any buyer itself, right? The first thing their KPI, you know what's their KPI is? Sales, top line. Second thing is bottom line. Bottom line is what? So they don't tell you how much I make, They always come to you, I lost my margin. Do you agree? Do they tell you they lost anything? Basically, they still make money. They do not lose margin. So even though they are making, like they used to make 30% margin, now it's 28%. I say, I lost 2%. But how do you argue 2%? You need to give me back 2%. How do you argue? You get what I mean? When you talk about margin story, it's two different things. What else is your buyer KPI? Pilferage. You know, it's pilferage? Meaning that stolen goods, also their KPI. Inventory, stock on hand, also their KPI. So you see, in each customer itself, you can apply different strategy to the customer itself. For example, for Lotus and Giant hypermarkets, what is important to them? If you are working for Pet World itself, so category margin, percentage of listing fee, back end, all this is valuable to them. You go there, you talk to them, in terms of space efficiency, they have huge space. Space is not a problem. For them, it's nothing. But if you talk to 7-Eleven about, like in terms of back-end margin and all these things, it's important to them. But what is critical to them because they have limited space? They want productivity per space, meaning that what is your stock turn per shelf? That is important to them. So you talk the same lingo with them, do you think that you can convince them? For example, e-commerce. You go to e-commerce, you tell them top line. Is it important? Revenue sales. You know how many million products they have in their stock? Millions, I'm talking about millions products. So one of your product, is it important to them? What they really care is about traffic. How many traffic you can pull in for me? What is your conversion rate? You tell this lingo to e-commerce player, they will treat you differently. If you tell them, I can give you 10 million of sales by end of 2027. Okay, what is 10 million? Next year, I need to grow how many million, do you know what? So easy. So it's very different when you go to different customer, you talk different language itself in terms of your strategy that you need to apply. So always keep in mind, margin solution is the key. Margin is both win-win situation, both for retailer and also supplier like yours. Okay, in terms of transactional, you want to change your way of doing business from transactional to collaborations captaincy. So the first thing itself is have to have a joint business planning. Have you anyone have implement joint business planning before? Yeah. No? So how do you do business? I mean, ProBalance now is what, #1 pet care product in the market? Is it #1 market share? #2 in Malaysia. Is it important? #2 player in the market. But you have not implement joint business planning yet. What if you can implement joint business planning to your customer? Do you think that you can get into #1? You get what I mean? So what is joint business planning? Anyone have any idea? Just now you say you want to walk out from this room today, like after 1 p.m. So at least you have equipped yourself with joint business planning skill, right? So what is joint business planning? You don't have an idea what is joint business plan. How frequent you meet the top guys? Okay, anyone here handle key account? Lotus? Key account? 𝐿𝐿𝑭𝑘𝐭, Giant, Village Grocer, those are key account, correct or not? Or some even, like you have GT's account, some GT's is also big enough, correct or not? Bigger than your key account. Speedmart 99, those are key account customer. So when you have key account customer, okay, it's not about just annual plan. I think if you're talking about transactional selling, it's like you tell them, okay, I have this goal. Last year we do 12 million, this year you do 15 lah. That is transactional, correct or not? Your buyer will tell you, okay, I want to grow 15 also. Tell me how you're going to do it. What investment you're going to put behind in order to do it. Influence. How you're going to help me to grow my category. Is that important? If you go there and you just tell the customer, like, I just want you to do this business, do you think they will sign off for you? They say, okay lah. You give me 3% back end more, I will sign this for you. Or you give me additional, what I call GTO, correct or not? So your top revenue rebates. Easy ma. For them, you want more sales, right? Fine. They will talk to you. Last year I do this, I get 3%. Now you ask me to do more, I should get 5%. The buyer also know your tricks ma. They deal with so many suppliers, correct or not? So what are you going to do? So the first thing itself, how many of you really analyze your retailer data? Do you get data from your retailer? What's stopping you from getting from them? So you are handling, for example, even export business, correct or not? Export business, you sell lock, stock, barrel to your customer. Thank you very much. Do you want to know who they sell to, how many they sell to who, is it effective or not, what marketing scheme they do? All this is information. What if one day you want to go to Middle East and open yourself? You already have all this information on hand, correct or not? Or with this information, you can help your customer to plan better. I believe a lot of time, like when you talk about data, a lot of say, what are you going to use about the data? If I get a scan sale from Lotus, what can I do about it? Yes. What else? If you get a sell out data from your customer, what do you get? You get buying patterns. You get to know if I reduce the price by 5%, what is my uplift of sales? If I do 8%, does it have the optimized effect in terms of my statistical rebate or not? All this is information. But with the information, customer give it to you. And do you know why customer don't give the information to you? Because they know if I give you this information, it's just be there. Nothing will come back to me. And what if I give you the information, I come back to you, I'll show you how to grow your category with my product. Does it impressive to your buyer itself? Strategic pillars. Strategic pillar is what you do just now, your strategy. But there's more to that because most of your strategy is either consumer, just now what you do, and your customer. Right? Your shopper. Your loyalty is targeted more on your shopper, correct? No? And your efficiency is targeted more into your customer. How to help them to be more efficient. But if you're talking about strategic pillar, you talk more about category. Part of it or your category, all the loyalty and also the efficiency is also part of your strategy, how you implement it. Third is called investment. I'm sure if you want them to agree to you in terms of your ambitious growth, you want to grow 20%, they should come here, like, come, you ask me to grow your business. What you have for me, what is in for me. They should ask you back something. So therefore call investment. And the last is what you call the joint governance. Who responsible is it? Is it going to be they are responsible or you're responsible? Or both? Those are the key elements in terms of joint business planning framework. Any question? Because this is the framework. Phase 3 and Phase 4. Phase 3 is called investment, meaning that if I'm going to invest 150,000 in terms of trade investment, I want to buy block display and all these things. So I want to secure every shop. I need to have 10 gondolas and for 10 months or 12 months, okay? I invest this one, you're gonna give me the mailer support. This is called investment. I invest your space, you give me your mailer. Called investment, correct or not? Both sides invest, or we both sides invest in marketing. Can we do that? We can also do that. That is called investment. But this one is joint business governance. Joint business governance, now you have 10 block gondola end. Who responsible to ensure 10 gondola end is dedicated to you? Your buyer, ma? That's their responsible. Who's responsible to ensure in terms of your executions of this 10 gondola end must have all the stock? Supplier, ma? So that is where your governance, meaning that your executions, operations, 5P is in the governance. Examples, this is not the full blueprint, just for information. This is the early part of the blueprint. So in your early part of the blueprint, first is the joint commercial target. How you going to set a target to your customer? Sales target, 3.5 million, 15% year-on-year growth, 29% in terms of category margin, 98 fulfillment rate. Simple, right? I got the target, sales. Sales is to build loyalty, right? To help them to grow the category. I got 29% category margin. That's profit to them. Their story, correct or not? And 98 fulfillment rate. That's efficiency. Correct or not? That's the language they want to hear, ma. Then what is my strategy? I want to use product 8 kg and 400 can as a volume traffic driver. This to help them to bring in the crowd. Loyalty also. Correct? So, and featured in buy money, these executions. So delicious, more expensive, correct or not? Trading up. What do? Loyalty also. So act as a margin builder. So your prime eye level shelf is efficient for you, but it's also important to them because this drive trading up story. Your story about trading up is there. Then mutual commitment. Petworld invest 150,000 in trade marketing funds. So you have the exclusivity SKU. So is it important for them to have exclusive SKU? Can you do exclusivity with them? Possible in terms of promotions, in terms of pack size. So it can be done. Those are the things that is within your control. So if you can invest into that, why retailer want to have exclusivity? Because they do not have to price war with other competitors. Right now, you go to any shop selling bedsheet today. Do you know bedsheet? Whether your 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐿 and all these things. So you go in, they tell you the price, that's 10,000. But after you negotiate, it can come down to 3,000 ringgit. Correct or not? 70% discount. Can you believe it? Can. 3,000. And they tell you, you walk out of here, you cannot get this price. And you cannot get this brand. Why? Because it's exclusive to them only. Because they make this particular logo. Everything is the same. Same have to do to other shop, but the name of the bed is different. Because it's exclusive only to this shop. They don't need to price war. They can dare to tell you, you go anywhere else, you walk out from here, you cannot get this product. True or not? So that's how confident is your buyer. If you go sell, you buy a mattress, you will know. So 𝐸𝑦𝑚 provides 10 permanent gondola. This is what you ask them for, what you want with your investment. Clear? The first key thing is you must have a target. A joint business planning is mutual agreed target. You must have a strategy, and your strategy always talk about category story. And third itself is mutual joint business planning commitments. So this is the brief, but there is more details, which is what we call 5 Ps at the bottom in terms of executions, how you want to execute this. Okay, we come to this, because we will revisit this again, don't worry. I think you are maybe 30%, okay, what is this all about? How do I set up a target and all these things? So how do I come to this conclusion of joint business planning? Because the idea is, how do we implement? This is a big idea. What is the workflow? of a joint business planning itself. So next is called Revenue Growth Management Levers, RGM. Anyone heard of this term before? No one. This is what you all ask me, like in terms of how do I do my investment, trade investment. So is it important to understand how to invest? And normally how you all invest? My buyer want 3% back-end system, what you do? You go to your customer. You say, like, I have a problem. My cost increased significantly. Government, like, the electricity went up, my rental went up. So everyone, now you want to go to my DC, you at least give me 1% more. Labor cost increase, petrol price increase. Correct? So what will you do? Now your DC used to be 2%, example. You want to go to their DC 2%. Now because of the cost increase, they also justify to you, petrol increased by how much? Manpower, from 1,002 to 1,005 increase how much? My rental increase how much? They justify to you. I want to increase 1%. What will you do? What's the commonly things that you will do? Huh? Check your margin. Why check your margin? True. Your 1%, your customer asks you. So you check your margin. In fact, you have the margin. What will you do? You have margin? Huh? Give her. Is that the right way?
It's telling back the
Mm.
Our
Okay.
Our cost of labor.
You do price increase. The retailer asks you do price increase. But you must give me 1%. Is it real life? Okay. This can happen, right? So, and most commonly what you all do? 1%, I cannot make decision. Come ask my boss. True? Boss, 1% can? Calculate. Got a little bit margin. Give. What's your bargaining power? Base? Is it important to you? Okay. What else is important to you? Additional listing. Is it important to you? Okay. Additional listing. What else? That you don't want price increase, but you still want something back. You give 1%, you must get something back, correct or not? That's how negotiation works, right? Increase volume by how much? That justify your 1%. So now I'm a buyer. You cannot make decision. Next time to come and look for me. Your sales does not justify you to be eye level. Look, I'm in the industry long enough. All these problems, it's not, I face them every day. How do you negotiate with your buyer? You tell me, I want more space. Okay, that's your bargaining chip. So you say, I also cost increase. I want the price increase also. I want more listing. Also your bargaining chip. What else? So good are you all? Got nothing you want to demand from them. More volume. Okay. More sales turnover. I can agree to you. Retailer very easy one. You agree to you. I don't achieve what you can do to me. Only I do not have the rebate. My rebate is fixed at the, what I call just now, the target there. I can blindly agree to you. No problem. You ask me to grow 12%. Now you ask me to grow 20%. Okay, no problem. 20%. You give me 1% first. What else? What else do you want from your customer? Here you have my mixed management and all these things, right? This is only part of the strategy. I let you see this one is not the final one. I want to trigger your thinking process. I give you a lot of rejection because this is going to happen to you in the marketplace. How do you react is more important, because if you react, you want 1%, my cost also increase, so this is become debating already, right? See who big who. Correct? You need my brand, okay? And number two, how do you overcome this dilemma? Everyone facing this, correct? The key itself, you cannot make any decision. You cannot make the the right decision right and now because you do not have the information. Agree or not? Your customer say 1%. How to justify the 1%? How do you calculate that? How do you do? You do not have information, how do you agree to them? You dare not commit. But what if you have information? If you have information, justify how many percent of growth that needed in order to justify that 1%, and you can use that as a tool for you to negotiate or influence the outcome. Does that sound better? Yes? No? Yes? Okay, so this is where we call the trade ROI calculations. This is what you want also, trade investment ROI. So the first thing you need to understand your baseline. Meaning, what is baseline to you is, I do nothing. Regularly, I will have 500 carton per month order, repeat sales. That's baseline. Agree? So if I want to invest, let's say a buyer said, I want to do a promotion. You invest in terms of temporary price reduction, discount. You invest in block display, you invest in mailer, all that is cost, correct or not? How to justify your returns? So how much incremental of sales? Just now we talk about volume, 𝐼𝐶, right? So your volume sales increased. How many justify? What is the level of break-even? If I invest this one, what is my break-even level? Your break-even volume. You must understand, bare minimum, how many pieces I need to sell more in order to justify my investment. True or not? Question here, how it calculates is your incremental profit minus your total promotion cost. What is in your promotion cost? Your mailer, your block display, and your discount given to your customer. Correct or not? It's an investment, right? So that is the total promo cost that you have. Over your total promo cost, that is your times 100 is your ROI percentage, meaning that every single dollar I put in, how much I generate back. Any question from here? Do you practice this? You go to customer, and when your customer asks you, I want a promotion, what you do? Go quickly look at my booklet of how much discount I can offer maximum. Do you do that? What do you do? Tell me, what's your process? How do you handle trade investment when the customer demand you to have a promotions? How do you agree on the spot in terms of what promotion can you offer and how much you can offer? How do you do that? Yeah, now I'm a buyer. So you have a guideline, which is maybe 5 to 8% normally. I don't know, maybe you have higher. So now I tell you, yesterday I look at Lazada, it sells below my cost. I don't care, I want this cost. Can you give it to me? How do you handle? That's omni-channel problem, right? Is it frequent? Because it's transparent. Shopee, Lazada, TikTok can be seen, can be recorded. What happened? Because their discount can go down up to, their Shopee discount up to 16%. Sometimes, on 7/7, Lazada go up to 20%. That's most probably your retailer margin already. So if the discount calculated, is it going to lower than your cost? Is that a dilemma? How you fix this? You have a guideline, 5 to 8. Even you calculate the 5 to 8, you cannot do that. So what do you do? Is it a real problem or not? Or this is just scenario based? It's a real problem. This is happening every single day. How do you price? Because part of it is also your pricing strategy, right? Every day, you go out to the field, you are fighting, not to fight the consumer or the shopper. You fight internally, who can give price lower? Who win? The shopper win, or the retailer win? The shopper win. So every month your price is going to be lower until the point that the company do not make profit, what will happen? Your bonus also do not have. You ask for, no, boss, next year I want increment. How to give you increment? Make sense to you or not? I mean, I come from perspective of a general manager. This is what I get. Every year, everyone demand a salary increase, correct? So automatically when, oh, why this year very low? Last year I got 5%, this year 2% only. The level of profitability of the business. If the business can make a lot of profit, do you think the profit they cannot share to you? They can. You want 10% increase also, no problem. If you can make profit to the business, you can generate profit to the business, why not? Simple calculation, but do you practice it? How frequent you all practice it? No. Okay, so now I give you a scenario. This is for your practice. The scenario, you are the key account manager. Q3 budget is 50,000 ringgit. You need to achieve minimum 20% ROI. Minimum. Option A, 15% price discount. Option B, premium end-cap display, gift with purchase. Understand the scenario? Or you have question on the scenario? Difficult? Easy? Yes? No? My team won a trade budget of 50,000. Got right? They come to you sometime, they say, like Q3, I want to have a mailer. Okay, so what call? Anniversary. The excuse is anniversary. I have anniversary. Your product minimum, I need 50,000. Mailer fees plus block. They package it very nicely. I give you block, I give you mailer, 3 months straight away, that kind of thing. And now the question is, how do you justify your ROI of 20%? 15% discount, that's what you expected from the buyer. Premium end-cap display is what you wanted. Option C, you can reduce your discount by giving gift with purchase. Which one is more justifiable? How do you make your scenario based? When you're out in the trade, how do you do that? Use your calculator. Do you anyone bring calculator out to the field today? No. You use your phone only. Last time, calculator is my weapon. When I was in the field, I must have a calculator. It's a must to calculate. And my calculator, I get as big as possible. The type, have you seen the calculator as big as possible, that one? Okay, why? When I tick, I must show my buyer, what I calculate. Today you use your phone. Yeah, I think it's convenient, but calculator is a must that during my time. It's a fundamental. Who confident can come up with a solution? Anyone? This is a game. Allocate 20-minute simulation to complete this one. You confident to do it? I'll send you a link, just like just now. That is what I call a trade investment calculator. Use that to run your simulations. I will show you an example of it later. So I will share you the link first. It is similar. I mean, in notebook it's bigger. In your screen may be smaller. Agree? How to use this as your tools to negotiate with your customer. You can put in any customer. So I put here a few customers here only. So let's say I put Eon. And I'm looking at maybe pore balance 3 kg. Example. This just example. No need to be very exact. Okay. So for example, what is the price RSP for this product? I assuming it's 38.50. Cost maybe 70, 80. Just rough idea how you all do the calculation, because all this you can put in. Let's say your cost is, let's say for example your RSP is 39.90. Your retailer margin is only 18%. So good, huh? What's your normal retailer margin for pet food? 15. Okay, good. 15%. So your manufacturing cost, I just got a sample. Okay, normally this marketing only know. So let's say I put it 18 ringgit for easy calculation. So your regular selling price after your 15% front itself is 33.91. Agree? Simple exercise. Then your weekly baseline, meaning that just now we talked about baseline, right? Your ROI calculations, your baseline. So how many pieces I sold on a weekly basis? So let's say I assume it's 300 pieces. Clear? You know, when you talk to your customer, no? So, but I believe today most of you don't carry a stock card anymore. You will not know what is your weekly sales. Last time we calculate every week we visit the customer, we have a stock card, and the stock card will tell me what is my balance stock, how much I sold last week. Comparing to this week, I will know how much is being sold out. So roughly, I will gauge, my weekly sales is how much. So without customer giving me the sell number, that's how we do. Promotion that you want, your customer wanted is 4 weeks. What is your TPR? Just now here, the TPR, I'm stating 15%, correct or not? Your 15% discount. And what's your uplift of sales? Meaning that your weekly is 300. By doing this 15%, what you expect to uplift, how many percent you uplift? If 100% is uplift from 300, it becomes 600 unit. Agree or not? Okay, so I just put a simple calculation. I put it 100% because you give so deep discount, right? 1500 is not difficult. Okay, then you will have listing fee. Is there any listing fee involved? You already listed the product, most probably you do not have listing fee, 0. Gondola N 1,002. Let's say 1,002. Co-op marketing 600. Okay. So this one will give you your promotion 36.3% uplift. How do you see that is here? Your base value. Oh, sorry. I thought you all seeing my screen. No wonder you all can see it. Can I? So your base value per month itself is 1,200 pieces, correct or not? Because 300 per week, 1,002. So you have your net price 33.91. That will be your gross revenue. Your top line sales. So minus your cost of goods, that is where your profit is. Okay, but this one we don't calculate trade terms yet, so this simple calculation. So you get an average of 46.9% margin. Clear? Just now someone is asking me, if I want 1%, I want to calculate how much margin I want, right? So this is how you get your margin immediate. Correct? Then promo scenario. I promote scenario. I lost 12% margin by doing this promo because I have a 15% price reduction. So my cost go down by 5 ringgit. So this is the revenue I get. So meaning that I generate 28,000 more by investing 21,000 in. Make sense to you? You get the idea. So how does it translate? You total incremental 100%. You used to sell 1,002, now I do double, 2,004. Quantity increased by 1,002. Discount. Gross sales. That means your this month sales is 69,000. So you increase by 28. But your investment compared to base, you invest 21,600, including discount. Okay, clear? Therefore, your total trade spend that you invested, oh, sorry, this is cost of goods, sorry. So your total investment is 14,000. So 14,000 get 28,000. Good investment or not? So how to see the indication whether it's good or bad? negative or positive? Okay, here. So your ROI percentage uplift, just now the workshop is asking for 20% bare minimum uplift, correct or not? So this is the bare minimum uplift. This is now 36.1. This simulation gives you 36.1, 6.3. In total incremental of profit is 5,000 gross value. So if you look at here, is it a good investment to go in? So this is scenario 1, right? I save this as scenario A. Click on it. Okay. Then you go to scenario A-B comparison. You have scenario A calculated here. Because you want to do 2 comparisons in terms of what is better. Agree? So now, I go scenario B. Let's say I don't give as high as 15% discount. Let's say I only give 10% discount. I do not need to have that level of uplift of sales. 10% is common in the market. Correct or not? So I only need to have uplift of 65%. This thing remain the same. Investment remain the same. So save as scenario B. So if you compare to this, which one have better ROI? Scenario A, you make 5,000. Good. Scenario B, you make 3,008. Okay. So which one give you better return of investment? A or B? B. Why? Your ROI. Look at this. 45.8%. Correct or not? So 36.3%. Make sense to you? Easy to use or not? Can be applied on your daily task or not? Can you give the answer to your buyer immediately what discount you can give or not? By having this. This is just basic simulations. So if you go into live dashboard, BE uplift, what does it mean? You must understand how it works. Although here it does not comprise of, because I don't know your system, so it's not all your product. Your BE uplift meaning that your break-even point. Break-even point, what does it mean? Meaning that every investment, 1 ringgit, you get back 1 ringgit. If you invest 10,000, you get back 10,000. That's break-even point. Meaning that you don't gain anything at all. It's not volume. Your returns. So your break-even point. Here your break-even point is higher than your break-even point by 39%. Meaning that when you do this scenario, you are almost 40% better than your break-even point. So your total ROI return is this one, because you have other element in terms of your what you call your investment below, which is your mailers and all these things. And give with purchase, how do you include in? If let's say you do give with purchase. So you look at this scenario, you have other trade support, right? TMA. So you just calculate 1 bowl is cost you 2 ringgit. If I want to do 2,400 bowl, how much it costs you? So you just put in the cost in. It's a give with purchase element, right? It's also a cost. So you can put that in. So with that, do you need to give 8%? So let's say I put your total quantity required now is 1,980, right? Correct? And I multiply by, I just said 1 ringgit is my cost. So you see, it dropped down to 18.3. I give a purchase, I give discount, and my volume only increased by 65%. Good investment? No? It's 18 only. So normally how we look at in terms of ROI percentage, what makes sense to us in FMCG context. FMCG context, even this one show very high percentage. This spend efficiency must minimum 1. Then it makes sense to invest. You get what I mean? Must get minimum 1, meaning that every $1 I get back $1 extra. This is the measurement most management will look at in order to justify whether this investment work for us or not, work to our favor or not. Because this only telling you this promote ROI, even at 18.3 is good to invest, but your return is low. So now, go back to the scenario. Do you have confidence to calculate out this scenario? With the apps that you have right now, you can choose any product. Just take one example of the product itself. Investment 50,000, total investment at the bottom. And you use the scenario to calculate which one have the highest ROI. Our goal is to get at least the 1-to-1 back. Doesn't mean your incremental of sales high, you will get a best ROI. Just now that I give you a scenario, you already see it. If I put 100%, doesn't mean I make the best out of my money. So it's about, of course, incremental sales is important, or else your investment will go to drain. This is 𝐷𝘢𝑑𝑖𝑛, right? 𝐷𝘢𝑑𝑖𝑛, yeah, scenario for 𝐷𝘢𝑑𝑖𝑛. And this sensitivity matrix, do you see here? So, I mean, it's better to have a laptop so it's easier for you to use this one. Sensitivity matrix itself, because it's your high value of investment itself, right? So even if you get a 200 uplift, your break-even point will be very, very bare minimum. Even at 20%, you are lost by 88%. Okay, so well, your sales uplift, if your sales uplift is only 20%, if your uplift you still lost based on 5% TPR itself. If you have 10% TPR, all these things even worse, of course. So you see, so basically this will give you an indication itself how much volume to justify in terms of your investment itself. That's what we call sensitivity matrix itself. If they give you a quick glance in terms of how much incremental volume that you require in order to justify your investment. Do you have any system that help you to do the ROI calculations right now? You can build one like this. Simple. Normally you won't share, but there's two part of it, because in ROI calculation you must have cost, okay, to understand your margin, because the margin difference is important. This is the part where you look at your promo margin improvement itself. Okay, so but normally if you do not have cost, can you still calculate your ROI? Possible. Meaning that, you know, how many times it's no longer break even level already. So it's meaning that how many times. So 1 time, 2 time uplift of your ROI. So but that one is only stop until here. Meaning that you do not need to have this one. So your total incremental between difference and uplift itself, your total incremental sales over a total promotion cost. So that one, you minimum need 2 times to justify your investment. So the KPI for that calculation without the cost of goods, so the ROI calculation is 2 times, meaning that every dollar you invest, you need to get 2 times of your sales return. That one is calculated based on sales return, not margin return. Because your net, we calculate as a net sales minus off your what you call your net sales of base and your net sales of after the promo price discount. Can do that also. But I based on simple 50% margin kind of calculation here. You see, when you do that, your margin drop 18%. Marginal ROI. But imagine if you do 5% discount, you will need to grow the volume 2 times. Meaning that you sell 5,500 a week. Now you need to sell 1,000 more. Meaning that 1,500. Makes sense or not? So sometimes, you know, like, this is where your investment, your customer will always ask you, you know, like, I want this kind of investment, right? They offer you the mailer and all these things. So when you go into this investment, you're 18.3%. I'm just calculating your, office rental fees, your salary, okay? All the overhead costs, including marketing fees and all that in, right? 18% cannot cover at all. It's negative, meaning that when I run this promotion, the company will go bankrupt. So anyone get better than this one is better than 0.06. Investment still say at 50,000. I put 30,000 to gondola and 20,000 to. They also give you warning already. Low value spending warning. Is this useful or not? For you to run to talk to your buyer. Doesn't use the COGS.
Yeah, it doesn't use the
cost of goods.
Yeah,
Oh, so you see what happened is your cost of goods. This is your net sales, correct or not? Okay. Your net sales over your minus your cost is your profit. So this one understand, right? Okay. So this is now I do not have this information. Assuming I do not have this information for a company, then my comparison is between this and this, correct or not? So I only get 125,000, correct? So my 125,000 over 60,000. Okay. So this one over this is almost 2, right? That's why I said just now the 2 multiplier, meaning that at least bare minimum 2 to justify your investment. Yes. So you get the idea. But just now you see as a margin percentage, it's also bare minimum only. Correct? So if you don't get 2, you're running any promotion, you are at loss. So that's how the simulation works. Bare minimum ROI is 2 times. Return of investment, that's when this one over this one, this one over this one must at least 2. Yeah. Can or not? Can make it better or not? Yes. Okay, just now your base unit is 500 per week. Correct or not? So 4 weeks is 2,000. So 500, your uplift is 200% is how many? Is 1,000 1,500 per week, correct? Your base is 500 plus 1,000 is triple so it's 1,500. 1,500 4 weeks, 6,000 units. So you used to sell 2,000 units a month. Now you need to sell 6,000 a month. So your incremental is 4,000 units. Agree? This one fine, right? So with 6,000 with the discount calculated, this is your net sales. Your COGS is calculated based on the number of units. You have 6,000 units, your cost of goods is here. Your total revenue now is 35,000. Meaning that I do 3 times of my sales, my profit is only gain 4,000. You get what I mean? Okay, and where is this 4,000 reflect? You only get 3,004, sorry. This is your incremental profit here. You see or not? So it indicates to you, okay, by doing this, you spend so much, right? Your incremental of sales, your effort you only give you 3,000 ringgit more. Does it justify for your investment? You ignore this one, meaning that you do not have cost of goods, right? But you have your total investment, correct or not? So total investment over this one must bear minimum 2 times. Huh? Oh, at what percentage? Then here is already showing when you input a simulation in. So up here you have one sensitivity matrix, correct or not? Sensitivity matrix itself, depending on what discount level you are giving. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Correct. That's very good on there.
Because they are both
Okay,
variables.
This goes back to Jack's ASK, right? Attitude, skills, and knowledge. So now you have the attitude and the skills. This knowledge in terms of how much uplift you get in terms of what promotion is based on historical.
Yeah. Normally it's based on your historical data.
There's no way you can plug it from the sky,
Yeah.
right? That's why it's trying to ask.
But normally this simulation, of course, you cannot plug it from the sky itself, because from your historical data itself, you know when I run a 5% discount, I only get 30% uplift. But now if I want to do 80% uplift, Can I do that or not? So you throw back the question to your buyer lah. So you look at my ROI. By doing this, like you only give me 30% uplift, I'm making a loss. I straight away show, transparently show them. Now, this one cannot pass through. My boss guaranteed will not pass. Tell me, can you give me 80% uplift or not? Then your buyer will come, oh, give me a higher discount. Okay, simulate higher discount, 80%. Does it justify my investment or not? Still cannot approve. So what can we do? You see, that's your negotiation power. But now you know exactly what level you can invest. Like beginning when I talk to you, when I ask you whether you know how much can you increase, how much investment you can put behind. You have no idea. True or not? So if your buyer gonna ask you, I want 1,000 investment for the mailer, can you do it or not? Wait, I ask my boss first. So your buyer said, what I need you for? Call your boss to come to see me next time. I want decision now and then.
But I think
the sensitivity metrics will give you an indication based on your investment. Bare minimum, no. Even you give a 10% discount, you are still running as a loss. At 2% uplift. Okay, at 5%, you still bare minimum get 5%. That's why like this sensitivity metrics as a guide in terms of how many uplift you need to achieve upon. So your buyer say, I want this investment. Boss, you want this investment, I'm making a loss. Does that make sense to me? Can we come in between or not? Can we reduce the investment by half? Let's simulate. This is scenario 1, right? I save as scenario 1. This simulation, 50,000 investment. Right or not? Now let's say I go and negotiate with them. Look, 200% is too impossible to achieve sales. So I reduce it to half. I invest 15,000 here. Okay. And this one 10,000. Okay. So my TPR. So you say, I want to give you, because in order for me to get 200%, I give you better price. In return, I give you better price. I go for 8%. Correct? So I do not need to uplift 100%. I just go for maybe, okay, when I look at price sensitivity, you need to 120 and above, yeah. So at least I need 120. Okay, this is the break-even point is high, marginal return. Okay, because of your high investment at the bottom. This is your scenario B, right? Then you look at your comparison, these two. This give you a 3,004 profit. The scenario 1, 200% uplift, impossible. This one, most likely possible, but incremental of 1,000, also bare minimum. So, but in terms of promo margin itself, right, is it better? Okay, total spend reduced from 60,000 to 36,000. You still satisfy your buyer in terms of investment, okay, and the sales return is more sensible, meaning that your uplift is still much more realistic compared to 200% uplift. Okay, so you have a two comparison of scenario. And this scenario you straight away give to your buyer and see, look, by doing this, this is mine. I only get 24%. I lose my job. Huh? Yeah lah. Okay. No, not really. Because okay, it really depends on what strategy you need to imply. Okay, this is what we call storytelling. You come back to tell your boss, okay, boss, okay, if I don't do this, my competitor will do it. Correct? Second, if I do it, I will stock up my consumer so that prevent them to buy from my competitor. Although I do not make a lot of money, but we still get incremental sales. Is it a good story? So if you meet your boss like me, you will be difficult. I will ask you questions that you will not able to answer. Because you know that one 3 years old I already learned. Correct or not? Okay, so at least the difference is what I'm trying to show you here is when I talk about trade investment, just now one of the key things you want to know the ROI itself, the trade investment you talk about. So how do you do? You don't even bring your calculator out to the trade to meet your buyer. Second, you don't have the tools to help you to immediately to make a decision. You are operate in a blind. Correct? When you operate in a blind, what happens? Yes. You basically do not know how to answer. It's exactly just now I asked you the question, what happens if I want a 3% back-end rebate? You don't know how to answer, right? I calculate my margin first. Got margin I give you. I go back ask my boss first. This is the most recommend. My boss say cannot lah. Correct or not? Common answer. Okay. My boss say cannot. No budget. Okay. So what happens if you are a buyer? You need to stand at the point as a buyer. You understand not? You stand at the point of buyer, and I receive someone come to me and tell me like, okay, look, the buyer also have KPI. I need to submit my mailer. I need to do this. So suddenly I offer you a space of mailer, offer you a promotion. You don't want to do it. My boss say cannot lah. What's your buyer think of you? Okay, next time any promotion, you don't come to me. Okay, I will not go to you also. So you are not my partner. I will find other better partner that able to come up a solution to me rather than say cannot. My boss, you cannot make a decision because you are not a decision maker. When you are not a decision maker, what will you say? I don't want to see you. I see your boss. Next time, ask your boss to come. Does it happen? I don't know. Maybe now the buyer is much more nicer. Because my time itself, when I say cannot itself, right, you say, no, I call you a sales director. Yeah. Because we practice what I call diamond contact. So all the sales director, even the GM level, have their contact. So anyone can contact each other in a joint business planning. Okay, finance talk to their finance, supply talk to their finance, supply talk to their supply. So we call diamond model. So which I think everyone is very transparent when we do business, that they can reach out whoever they want. So meaning that as a key account manager or key account exec, when I go dealing with them, right, my power is minimum. The moment they say, like you are not good enough, they will call my boss already. How would my boss look at me? So meaning that I must prepare all my information before I go into a negotiations or go into offer. So that's the level of difficulty I have during my time. Maybe now I'm sure it's much more easier. Your buyer don't even know who is Justin. Okay, so that will be the key differences. Any question? Now, you know ROI. Can it be applicable to you? Okay. Can you tell when you do a plan in your joint business planning, can you tell your buyer what ROI you're looking at? Does it make sense to them or not? Okay. Any question from there? This is I purposely developed this mini app is to allow you to have this simulation to give you an idea how RI works. Some bigger FMCG like Nestle itself, they have a system. Even Reckitt, my time is, we call it OPSO-like, if I'm not mistaken. So we also have a system to calculate in terms of ROI to get approval before we can submit in terms of promotion planning itself. Some is being done by the trade marketing team. Some is, but my time is, we also do one leg kick. Everything we do together. So up to the level of submission of approval. So you know RGM now. Okay, perfect store. So anyone have question about 5Ps? Who don't know what is 5Ps? What is proposition? Your storytelling, just now I just say, right? But if you can collect the right information and make use of the information for your storytelling, it's a powerful tool. I mean, we deal with people, right? Especially in sales or whatever, even to your husband, wife, or even children. So I think trust is number one key thing, correct? So I teach you this framework. So this is not by Jack Wong, actually. This is by famous, what I call, researcher. Even you search from internet today, you will see this one. I call it a CRISP model. Okay, so this is trust. Correct. Okay. Equals to formula also. Got formula. Trust also got formula. Okay. So it has the credibility. The first C. Correct? Credibility plus reliability plus intimacy. What is intimacy? Intimacy not like relationship. Intimacy means that bonding. I know you, I know who you are as a person, not a buyer-seller relation. As a person, I know who is Kelvin. Okay, what he's like, what kind of job he's doing, what's his hobby, and so forth. That's intimacy. Correct enough? So this is the credibility, reliability, and intimacy divided by what you call self-orientation, meaning that how you behave in front of someone else. That you would like to ask me? Is there any question you would like to ask me before we end this session? You have 90 days, what you call things that you needed to do after this training. Okay, there's no force. If you don't do it, you don't learn it. As good as that. Okay, if you practice it, you don't understand, you have the WhatsApp group. That's my support group for you all. So the next 3 months itself, just text me if you have any queries that you want to ask. So I will support as much as possible. Maybe we cannot see face to face, I'll just reply you through the WhatsApp itself. Okay, so any question? Open the floor. You're supposed to learn how to ask questions. Any question? No? Not right now. Too shy to ask. Because any question, John? Okay. So the expectation of the training, when we started to know this training itself, we talk about training investment. I talk about ROI. So it has the app, that's the practice. So basically that's the simple calculation you can work on itself. Okay. So do we achieve this today? So we also talk about JPP implementation. Okay, so which I bring you through in terms of what is required from a joint business planning perspective. So a template which I sent to you in terms of consist. So this is for you to form your thinking and also your process in terms of how to build this joint business plan itself. Implementing it is really about your execution level, which is the 5P itself. Okay, so if you utilize the 5P itself, your pricing strategy, your products and all these things, is what innovation that product you come up with or forbearance come up with. So those are the informations that you can gather in your joint business planning. So implementing is you. The 90 days, how do you implement it? Not for me. You know the structure, but I'm here to give you the structured way of doing it. The last one is about negotiating tactfully. One of the key elements itself. I give you an example in serve how to buy a house, how you gather the information. Because what I seriously in terms of 4 hours itself, what I understand in terms of everyone here, you are a lack of information. That's the reason why I put the tools out for you to gather information. So without information, basically you are operating blindly. When you're operating blindly, it means that you make decisions based on gut feel. Okay, and that's the danger. You can win this time or you can win the next 5 years, but you will not win forever because there will be competition out there in more excellence than you. When you have that, what happens? Okay, so therefore, the key itself is how you able to ask the right question. Okay, so that you gather the information, how you influence back your buyer itself. First itself, I will strongly suggest, okay, you gather information about this company first. Okay, what is the size of the market? What is your requires SAM? Okay, total addressable market. Okay, there is also TOM, total what you call serviceable market itself as well. So those information is crucial for you in order for you to diagnose, so that when you approach customer, you have the information to influence. So when you do not have the information, you can't influence. Why is it important? Ladies, wherever ladies are, you like gossip, right? Why gossip always work? Most of the time you say, I sell you this gossip, you sell me 2 more gossip. Is it normal? Normal. Not only ladies, just for guy also. Okay, guy also do that as well. So I give you this like butter trade, I give you this gossip, you give me 2 more gossip itself. That's information gathering. Correct? Okay? From our ancestors till now still happening. Okay? It's butter trade. So don't shy of gathering information. Okay? Because by having more information, you can talk more gossip. No. Okay, it's not about talk more gossip. By having more information, you can negotiate tactfully. Okay? So that also I'm able to address all of your training requirements. So the key takeaway from here, from what I see, is you have to understand your P&L better. It means that you have to understand where is the margin, how the trade investment work for you and your buyer itself. Second, always talk about collaboration planning itself. Joint business planning is just the beginning itself, but you have to understand the core of it, because the in-depth on this JBP itself is about how to build a category growth story. Okay, that's another model, we call it MORE model, MORE. Okay, so to build the category story. So a part of the category story is also where you want to build in terms of the jobs to be done as well. So that is where I said this training is supposed to be 2 days training itself. I split this into 4 hours so that at least I can deliver the structure for you all. RDM, revenue growth model. So this is where you're talking about, not only talking about margin. So if you do not have the cost of goods, you can utilize the 2 times multiplier. So in-store execution is about 5P. Partnership is about start talking to your buyers to group category, not about how many you can buy, how many cartons you can buy, about how can I build your category so that they can work with you as a partner rather than just treating you as a seller. Okay, thank you so much for your time for 4 hours. I will show you the result of the AI later on, okay, so that you can practice it. So the more you practice, that's a structure prompt, we call it a structure prompt and reusable prompt when you put in so that you can repeat gathering the information itself. So I hope that able to help you to gather more information so that you can answer to your customer much more easier. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone.
Okay, before that, I've got 2 questions to ask all of you. Right? I mean, today you all came at 9 o'clock. Jack came after 4 hours. Do you all feel that you all learned something new? Yes. Okay, raise up your hands if you agree. Okay, 100% right. Okay. So now that we have all agreed that we've learned and improved ourselves in terms of knowledge, skills, and we've got the right attitude, now it's how to execute it, right? So the second question, how many of you will do the 90-day things that he's mentioned just now? This is the real test, right? So the test is after sessions like this, how much do we think we will implement? How much do we think we will execute? Okay? So I'm looking forward to hopefully you all talking to Kelvin with your 90-day plan. But more importantly, we also want to appreciate Jack. We'll try something for you. Thank you. And like one, our chief people officer will pass. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. How many of you feel that there's things that you all want Jack to come back and teach us a bit more? Yeah, I see a show of hands. So, like when you saw the show of hands, they want Jack to come back maybe to go deeper into certain topics. Going forward.
Okay, I can work with you.
Ready? Alright. Take a group picture?
Yeah.
Maybe this way. Since everyone's sitting already.
Maybe I take a selfie with you all first.
Yeah.
So that we can. I think now we call 𝑉𝑝, right? Yeah. Take another one from.
Yeah, you sit there lah. Jack. You sit there, then you take.
Oh, okay. We start from